How would somebody who, I mean, you were so, it was so beneficial for you to have this musical family.
Right.
You had someone to jam with.
Right.
Most people don't.
Right.
So how does someone get to like make that jump? Because most people are going to come from the opposite way you have.
Right.
Academic, right or wrong.
Right.
And then later, hopefully, get a chance to jam. And a lot of people who come later on in life, say adults, don't have high school band or buddies that they can jam with. How can people get into that freedom of performing and playing if it's not in their family? How do they find it?
Everybody knows musicians that will jam with them, whether you realize it or not. There are musicians everywhere and they will play with you. Don't wait until you're good to do it. Babies don't wait until they're good at English before they jam.
Yeah.
So the key is jamming with people. You can sit in a room on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube these days. You can learn anything, but you can't learn to swim on YouTube without getting in the water.
That's right.
So at some point you gotta get in the water.
Gotta get wet.
You can sit on the edge of the pool and do this all day, but you don't know whether you can swim until you get in the water. So yeah, get on the internet, learn where to put the finger, but jam with people. In my opinion, we have it backwards, most people. We practice a lot, play a little.
Right.
Okay, should be reversed. Play a lot will tell you what you need to practice. And then you practice a little. Most people wait until they're good at it.
Good.
And you're never good enough.
Right.
So most people will never jam.
That's
they
right.
don't think they're good enough.
That's right.
But you get good through jamming. Babies don't wait until they're good enough. That's the key. It's a mentality thing, but that mentality is learned. It's taught into us through formal education. There is a place for formal education and we need it. I'm not against it. A lot of people think I am. I'm not against it. But we need to balance the formal with the informal of what I just call jamming.
Right.
Music is meant to be shared and played with people. I don't think it's meant to be sat around and learned on a computer.
Yeah.
It is, but not only that.
It's just a part of it.
It's a part of it, right?
Yeah.
And the part that really makes you free for a lot of people is being left out.
What would be the thing you would say to someone? Someone says, again, easy for you to say, but I don't feel I'm ready.
Right.
What would you say to them?
A baby will never say that. and we're
It's
older
actually a
than a
convincing
baby.
argument.
It is.
Yeah.
We all learn it. You learn to talk. You didn't wait until you were ready.
Right.
You were born communicating, and your parents understood you from birth. Your mom knew your cry different than anyone else's.
Yeah.
All right. It's a mentality. The thing is that take the little that you can do, the least that you can do, and jam with it.
Sure.
Right? And we've shown that, Steve and a few of us, we would do these programs. We did it for Stanford a couple years ago, where we would show their lives through music. And we would call someone out of the audience who's never played an instrument in their lives. And we'd have them playing within a few seconds. But it's because we're good. I'm so good that I can make you sound good. Right? That's not an overinflated ego.
Hold on now. You probably don't remember what I sound like.
I don't need to. That's the thing. I don't need to.
No, I hear what you're
In
saying.
the same way you can talk to a 2-year-old.
Sure.
You're not going to talk to them probably about nuclear physics, but you can get to the place to where you can have a conversation.
So you meet them where they are.
Absolutely.
And bring them up.
You got to remember, a 10-year-old has been listening to music 11 years. That's not a beginner.
That's right.
It would be a disservice to that child to treat him as a beginner. There may be a beginner to expressing music on an instrument.
There are technical issues and things like that. Yeah.
But the goal is not to get good at playing an instrument. The goal is to get good at playing music. No one teaches you how to work your mouth when you're a baby. It's not about the mouth. It's about saying something through it. But we're so into, you got to learn this first. No one ever taught you your mouth.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So we kind of are a little mixed up, in my opinion. But we teach the way we were learned, the way we were taught.
Absolutely.
And we need to rethink it. And there are some friends of mine who have, Steve being one. And people hear me say this and they think that I'm against formal education or don't learn to read or whatever. I'm not. We have formal education in English, but it usually happens after we've been speaking it for
Absolutely.
4 or 5 years.
Yep.
Right? So then when we're learning the formal stuff, it relates to what we're already good at.
Right.
Why teach a kid to spell milk when they haven't drinking a bunch? Right?
Yeah.
Once the kid wants more milk, that's one of the first words they're going to learn.
Yep.
More, mama, you know?
Yeah.
Things those. So when you have the need, it comes quicker and easier.
Yeah, it goes exactly what you're saying.
It
When
makes
you
sense.
when you jam, you start to discover, I'm having trouble doing this or that. There is what I should be working on. Not the other way around.
Learning without jamming, to me, it's like trying to learn to swim without ever getting in the water.
That's right.